When we are interacting with citizens in the community, that's first and foremost our goal, is to protect constitutional rights of the individuals that we're coming in contact with. As you know, many times when law enforcement are called to scenes or situations, people are unhappy. There's been an incident and there needs to be a resolution. And law enforcement has a specific function and a job to do. And many times that's at odds with the community. What our brochure, we hope our brochure does, is answer some of those questions in short kind of form, inform the public, what you should do when you're the subject of a traffic stop, how you can go home safely and how the officer can go home safely. What are the things that would make an officer pause and become concerned? What are the movements that a citizen might make? Also, if you're stopped maybe in the community as a pedestrian, understand that when police are called to different scenes, they are receiving information from a dispatcher. Many times that's third-party information. Somebody calls the 911 center, provides information about what they saw, and then the dispatcher is relaying that information. Many times that information is inaccurate, but that's the information the officer has when he or she arrives on that scene. And then they have to quickly determine from the people that they interact with how accurate the information was that they received from the 911 dispatch. And there can be a lot of misinformation, and we ask as police for cooperation and compliance as we try to figure out what has occurred on a given incident. And so I guess if I could, from one of my colleagues at some recent training that I attended down in Delaware, the National Organization of Black Law Enforcement Executives provided a training for police officers on presenting a community presentation called The Law in Your Community, which we have unveiled at the Swatara Township Police Department. We've already done one session of that with our community at Living Water Church. As my colleague there said, she likes to speak to her young people as a school resource officer in North New Jersey. She says comply first and complain later. And that's always the best policy. If you feel an officer is mistreating you or violating your constitutional rights, that is not the time to get into an argument with an officer on the street when they are conducting business. The time is after the incident is over, and then there's a method and a means by which a citizen can make a complaint, and a police department or a brochure covers that.